Hey y'all, think that we're live. Let me check on everything over here on the other side where I have my laptop. I'm live, y'all. It's been a while since I've been able to go live with y'all, and I have a lot to say. So if you're watching the replay, this should be a lot of fun for you. So let me make sure that I'm live. All right. So hello, 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 hello. I'm going to be live. Probably, I'm thinking, looking at my topics for about an hour. So go grab you some tea, go get you some water, get you a little snack if you need to, and be prepared to hang out with me for a little bit. So I'm going to leave this up for just a few minutes so we can get some folks in the room here. Let me make sure that from my setting standpoint that we look good from a quality. Yes, we do. So if you're watching it on the desktop and it doesn't look good, go 1080 HP. But we're gonna go live, 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 live. Yes. So let me find us some royalty-free music so I can put here in the background. Hey ho, hey ho, hey. We are going live today, y'all. Let's see what we can. You know what? Do folks still listen to SoundCloud? Put on some SoundCloud so we can put some music on. So I forgot my mic. I'm out of town. So I do have my headphones in. Sound check. Hope, can you let me know in the chat if my sound is good? I can see the chat from my computer, y'all. So hello, hello, hello. Y'all can join me live. You can send me a quick email. Oh, you know what? I think I can hear myself here. Let me see. Actually, I can see. Yes. So let me find us some royalty free. Yep. The mic is good. So we're going to get started here in about 2 minutes. Y'all, this is going to be fun. Our topics are like everything today. We're going to talk about spirituality, expectations versus reality, being the finest, friendships, meaningful friendships going into 2025, our hair, our hobbies, our habits. We're going to talk about our skincare, sensuality versus sexuality. I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about that a little later on in the show, okay? Working out and our hair. A lot of people ask. I'm in a group and everyone's always like, "What do I do with my hair? What do I do with my hair?" And I'm a straight natural and I'm working out. Well, I'm gonna tell y'all what I do with my hair. Thank y'all for joining. Share the link. We're gonna talk about makeup. We're gonna talk about books and resources. I'm gonna tell y'all I'm running for office. So I am a candidate for an elected official position. I sit on a board chair position where the committee that I am the madam chair for did a $500 million in revenue last year, 504 million. So yeah, I'm doing some big things, y'all. We're gonna talk about that run. Wait, y'all know I'm always talking about fitness. I wanted to create this live because I'm actually out of town, y'all. I'm out of town for the holidays. I'm not with my honey, my hubby, my Superman. I'm out of town for the holidays, and there's some rhyme and reason for that. But as I came home from two church services, because I need it, I love it, I love friendships. I thought I'm gonna do a video for y'all before I take my clothes off and actually go to the gym. Okay, we're gonna get the gym time in. But I love doing this, and I'll tell y'all with our 2024, I wanted to just from the heart do a year in review because I did lives for so long, and people are like, oh my God, I need your lives. I cannot be your 100% recharge. You have to learn how to encourage yourself. That's why your spiritual is important, your journey is important, everything that you're doing is important. All of that is important. Okay. So again, welcome. We're gonna get started. So y'all know I actually have like little agendas. So if y'all remember that from when I did all my lives, I have my little agendas. I think I'm gonna follow some of that today. Let me see which one here. I think I'm gonna follow some of this today because y'all, my name is Montina. That's my real name. That's why when people be on YouTube trying to get all come and get fly with me, I get fly back with y'all because I've been on the internet since 2009. This is actually my real name. I have a channel that's called Spark Wisdom, and I've had that channel since 2009. So I've never been one that hides on the internet. I've never been one that shuns away from the internet. I've always shown my face on the internet. Folks have seen my children get raised on the internet, which they are like super influencers, like they are influencers. And my youngest is 20. I'm a grandma, so I'm actually out of town watching my grandbaby. I'm doing the daytime, and then her Lola, she's Filipina, is doing. We're alternating. So today's my day off, and then I'll pick back up tomorrow. So I was like, oh, I'm here. So my name is Montina. This channel here, the Just Montina channel, is for specifically targeted for women over 40. Okay, closer to 50, just like me. I'm closer to 50 than I am 40. I'm over to 45 plus, so I'm closer to 50. And it's to help women get and stay married if they so choose. So this is a different type of channel because this is the type of channel where I'm transparent. I have been there, done that. I'm in my third marriage, and I know people, oh my God, you've been married 3 times. I'm not gonna listen to you. I want somebody to marry 30 years. Well, you do you. Because at least I have was able to get 3 husbands. There are a lot of women in first marriages that have never had the option of more than one husband. And there are a lot of women in first marriages that have gone through some things that they should have walked away. But you do you. You take advice from whomever you want. You chew the meat, you spit out the bones. I am an advocate for staying in your first marriage. That wasn't even a choice for me. I wish, my father, my 3 children, and I probably could have thought things different, but it wasn't an option. So we went on and moved on. My thing on this channel is to tell you the good, the bad, the ugly, tell you the truth, especially my men. I love that y'all men come over and watch me because I advocate for women to do the work, but y'all think y'all got more options than you really have. Because there's some guys on the internet talking about, oh, y'all can just go get y'all a 20 something thing at the community college, but she don't want you. No woman in her right mind wants a man that's older than her daddy. So y'all run around here thinking you got options. And it's actually kind of hilarious because I wouldn't even want to date most of y'all. Y'all in y'all 40s and 50s with these big old Papa Bear bellies, your teeth falling out. You got drama with your ex wives and your baby mamas. You're not a catch. But the thing is, we all have to figure this out and work together, right? You want a clearance rack, just like I was on the clearance rack. So which one is the best catch, right? But nobody's telling y'all the truth as men because you think you got more options than you have. And I'm talking about men that's been married and divorced and got kids, or you 50 something years old, never married. You kind of different too, because you are so set in your ways that for most women, it's very difficult to live with you. You like things a certain way. You don't want nobody to use your special cup. You don't want, you like your clothes washed a certain way. So we have to start listening to each other and figuring out what is best for all of us and figuring out a way to say, you know what? You crazy just like I'm crazy, but we compatible for each other. And that's why I'm here. I'm telling y'all the truth. I meet y'all men in person all the time. I'm around y'all women all the time. I tell the truth. And I just want you to have the reality and the truth that whatever you decide to do, you have made a conscious, intentional decision based on facts, information, and knowledge. Okay. So as you're going through, I'm going to go ahead and say the topic. You can splice through this. Maybe I'll put like a topic list that's up. But like I said, y'all here to hang out with me. I did a live video because I don't like to edit. I don't have time to edit YouTube videos. This is not my full-time job. And it's just something that I've done for years because I enjoy doing it. Maybe I'll hop on my Spark Wisdom channel today and do some of the same. So the first thing is, again, that's just my background. I've been a business owner for the last 10 years. I'm going into, I'm running for public office. You can look me up on LinkedIn. I'm a Googleable, chat GPTable person, Montina. There's only like 3 or 4 Montinas in the world, so I'm not hard to find. And I love being married. I love men. I prefer Black men. That's my preference. Um, and I'm a mom of 3, and I'm a grandma of 2. Okay. So my why when I created this Just Montina channel was I didn't realize y'all women was out here struggling to find men. I didn't because I wasn't struggling. I wasn't dating, but it's not because I didn't want to. It's just you know, no, it's not because I didn't have options. I didn't want to. I was running a business. I was running a business doing $80,000, $90,000 a month. Okay. I had employees, I had things to do. So I was busy. So for me, a man was more of an afterthought. I was single and just living my life, going to events, going home, raising a son. My son was difficult. So I was having a lot of problems with my son. So for me, it just wasn't an option. I was trying to wait till he graduated. I was going to move and buy 25 acres in Jacksonville, Florida. And then I was going to live my best life. And that was until I met my husband. And I say he was my second date, like my second real like date on match, meaning it became a relationship. The first date relationship was like 8 months, and the gentleman, bless his heart, but he got in a car accident before I met him, and he was not getting better. It was like 8 months. He still was using a walker and a urinal, and it just wasn't what I signed up for. So I said, hey, I didn't really sign up for this. Now, had I been with him and it happened, it would have been a different story, but that's not what I wanted. So I got back on Match. He had other things going on. He was in a different state. And my husband was my next serious person. And we married. We met. And within 2 weeks, he said, would you get married again? I was like, I guess I would. I'm his third wife. He's my third husband. Our divorces were finalized on the exact same day. We married our spouses in the same year. And we were both divorced since 2017. So when we met in 2020, it just really worked for us. I had been single, he was single. And, he had a girlfriend that he had broken up with like a year prior, and same for me. So we were really, ready for each other. And I felt like I was a whole, complete, nothing missing, nothing broken woman. So I felt like I was really, really ready for this relationship. Once I got in the relationship, shared it on my Spark Wisdom channel, people was like, oh my God, Montina, how you get a man? What? And then I realized that women were really having challenges with men. And so that's why I started this channel, Just Montina. All right. So, hey, big hippie soul. Hey, 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 girl. Hey. So, my why for this is 80% of first marriages end in divorce. Okay. Excuse me, it's 80-20 rule. 80% of the effort, right? 80% of everything in your relationship is going to be amazing. 20% is going to be off the chain. Okay. You can be like, oh my God, I'm ready to really throw in the towel. But you got to remember the 80%. Okay. The beautiful sunny days, and you only get like 20% of the days are going to be rainy, or maybe even a storm, or maybe even a hurricane. But if you put that into perspective with 30 days, 24 days are amazing. 6 to 7 days a month are going to be hell. It just is what it is, unless you identify your spouse's triggers. You like, oh, okay, I know not to say this or do this, or around this time. I call them men oh pause, because it's the men, y'all. It ain't us, it's the men. But 50% of first marriages end in divorce. 67% of second marriages end in divorce, and 73% of third marriages, they end in divorce. So you are more likely to get a divorce than stay married. So if you don't do the things that you need to do in terms of your resources, information, your knowledge, effort, therapy, all of that, the work, the self work, the things we'll talk about today, you just won't make it. You 100% are not going to make it. And it's better to understand what you're getting into now and doing the work now so that you can succeed. You want to be the 50% that make it. Or if you're in a second marriage, you want to be what the 23% that make it, or 33%, excuse me, that make it. And in the third marriage, you want to be that 27% that make it. You can make it, but it's more effort. Okay. I'm not doing a devotion again. I'm going off of my notes. You want to be his peace, his pleasure, his paradise. What does that look like? Be a peaceful person. Get you some therapy. I go to church. We'll talk about the spiritual side of this for a reason, because I need it. Okay. There are things I go through in my personal life. I have my own family. My husband has his own family. My husband has extended family. My husband has a lot going on. Sometimes I have a lot going on. I go in, I always say, if it's just one thing God can speak to my spirit, and believe how you want to. I was in India with the Hindis. I have been in Thailand with the Buddhists. I'm around Catholics. I'm around Christians. I'm around atheists. You do you. I'm the type of person, you do you. But at the core, what is helping you to be at peace with yourself? Because really, it's you. Are you at peace when you walk out the door? Are you have anxiety? It's you. Okay, it's you, sis. It's you. And then on top of that, his pleasure. We'll talk about that, but sensuality and sexuality. Okay, because that's important. Peace, pleasure, and paradise. I told my husband, I really like giving him the girlfriend experience. And some people laugh about that, but like for real, like I want to give him the girlfriend experience. Are you giving him the girlfriend experience? And what does that look like for your man, honey? Because when y'all were dating, it was different than when y'all were not. Hey, Naya. Hey, Naya. Hey. So again, we're gonna go through, and I'm doing this live. I don't like to edit. This was the easiest way. I'm out of town. I'm in the room. I brought the ring light. Forgot my doggone mic, but I got it in my headphones. So we're just gonna talk about the things that I have on my list. Y'all know I be trying to stay focused. So I got a little cough drop thing. Let's talk about the spiritual side of this. And I alluded to this when I was just speaking. You have to find something that recharges, refreshes, re-energizes your sweet spirit as a woman. Something that just gives you the exhale. And I'm not talking about your hobbies. I'm not talking about your extra habits and these things. Oh, I went and did my self care. No, 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 no. I'm talking about finding a safe space and place where you can worship, where you can meditate, where you can hear something from a leader. There are non denominationals. Like I said, I can literally go any place and sit. I have been in temples. There's unity, churches where it's just everybody believe whatever you want to believe and they believe in a higher power. But there's something that you need. Again, I'm not here to proselytize to you, but as a woman dealing with these men, especially if you have a masculine provider man, they do and think differently. They're not like your average man. If he is a provider, if he is paying them bills, he is a protector, he is a producer, he is doing. For you, you have to be, he's doing it for you. Men thrive in relationships, whereas women actually thrive single, right? So I want you to stay married. I want you to attract an amazing man, but there has to be something about you that lights up a room. There has to be something around you about you that lights up that spirit. So I want you to start really thinking about the things that you up, light up your spirit, light up the room, light up your life, and I want you to focus on them. Okay. Now my headphones said they're gonna go dead. So I'm gonna get these up. Think about the things. Like for me, when I go places, people, oh my God, Montina, your spirit, you light up your because I focus on myself. I can't pour into you if I'm not pouring into myself. That's why for a period of time, if you kind of catch me off the internet, it's because I just don't have anything to give you. I can't give to you from an empty cup. It's disingenuous. I'm sitting up here. I can't be fake on the internet. My daughter and I talk all day long. She called me in the morning, call me mid break. I call her, what you doing? Hey, did you up yet? You didn't text me today. Because that spiritual part says you have to get plugged into something. And I want you to find a place where you can get plugged in. Like I said, it doesn't matter. It could be the synagogue, the mosque. Find a place where you are sitting and there's something for you. For me, it's church, it's Christianity. Even though I'm not fully like a Christian, like most believe, like with the, Jesus and all that, but I believe enough. Like, and I go to some churches. I'll tell you, the church I go to now, I would say is more, for me, more elementary, meaning I had a really good foundational pastor. My pastor I had in Jacksonville for over 10 years. When I tell you he gave it to us, he fed us the word, but he was under Dr. Dollar, he was under Kenneth Copeland, who was under, I believe it's Hagen's teaching. So I come from Charles Capps, I come from this word of mouth, speak it, believe it type of faith. I believe I'm special. I believe I'm favored. I believe things are supposed to go my way. When things aren't going the way they're supposed to in my life, I'm like, okay, why is the enemy attacking me? Like I have a very, very clear, focused purpose in life. So I want you to kind of get that defined so that when your husband has his menopause moment and works your nerves, which he will, he's going to, you're like, you know what? Who's I can handle this. Or you go to God and you cry out your heart and say, Lord, I want to love him. I want to understand him. I believe he is assigned to me. I'm assigned to him. God, make me a whole, complete, nothing missing, nothing broken woman. So that's why that spiritual part is important. It is important for you. Montina, he doesn't go to church with me. My husband doesn't go to church with me, y'all. Mm-mm. I go up in there and praise the Lord, worship, and there be men there and this and that. We're going to talk about that too, because I think you all need to hear what I'm saying when I'm like, you need to look your finest, you need to do this, you need to do that. You're going to always attract attention from men when you're shining bright, when you're attractive, when you dress a certain way, when you are focusing on your fitness. And I don't mean skinty, I can say skinty. It means that you are focused on looking your best. You go out, honey, I be cute. I wear my little makeup sometimes I don't. But even if I don't, my skin is on point. There are certain things that you're going to do that are going to attract because it's your light. Your light attracts them. Okay. So that's the spiritual thing. I really want you to get plugged in 2025. And again, I'm not enough. Okay. Because I already got my cup and overflow. What are you doing? Can you encourage other people? Can you inspire the people? Is your cup in overflowing? If it's not, find a place to get plugged in. Go to a Montina, I got church hurt, honey, baby. We all do. I used to sit in the back of the church and cry. There were years I didn't even go to church. I couldn't even walk inside the doors. So maybe for you right now, it's sitting out in the grass and hugging a tree. I don't know, but I want you to get grounded spiritually in person. Because I really don't want you guys doing this online where you're away from people. You need connection, you need community. It's important. You don't have to be friends with everybody here, but you need the community. All right, so the next one, let's talk. And if you have questions, put them in the chat. I see that y'all are here. Y'all are here with me, y'all hanging out with me. I love it. I'm so blessed. I tell you, this has been one of the best years of my life. I am so, 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 so blessed. All right, so the next one, expectations versus reality. Let me tell you something. This is for my married women, okay? This is for my married women. When you're married, there are often times, again, I'm talking about masculine framed men. Actually, for my dating women too, it's important. Hey, Monique. For my women with masculine framed men, sometimes, and I know this has happened to me, but maybe it's not happened to you. But we expect these men to be like I would say, like our best friends, like women. Like, oh my God, baby, look at you. You look like me. If I see you, you could be like, girl, you look good. Look at that outfit. Look at them shoes. We are women and we notice women. That's just what we do. We are encouragers. We're motivators. We're to make you feel good. I put a LinkedIn post up and this one woman commented, I love seeing her in a room. She has her smile is beautiful. It lights up the room. I mean, she's real short, cute little thing, but she has these long nails. She's just a personality, a whole vibe. So I just responded and said that she was like, "Oh my God, I needed to hear that." That's not who your husband typically is. And I think that we miss that. We expect him to be like, my husband, the other day asked me for some little sexy pictures and I sent them. And I sent one and then I sent some other things. And oh, so I'm like, well, what you think? Oh, baby, I loved all of them. The reality, maybe I loved all of them. Whereas a woman, if we send her even pictures out, a girl, oh my God, you look amazing. Expectations versus reality. And this is how a lot of women start resenting. They build up resentment in their marriage, resentment in their relationships. He's not always like, oh my God, grandiose about the food you cook. My daughter, I'm gonna tell you, she came back from New York. She was living in New York and stayed with me for a while, around 2020. Whew, my daughter can cook. Okay. She's vegan. She's written cookbooks. Now she's an amateur winemaker. Oh my God. I couldn't wait to get off work to get home. I'd be like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, what do we have today? I mean, it was like, oh my God, it was an adventure. Like, shoot. Her husband, with her fiance, she's getting married, is going to be so lucky to have her because I'm like, oh my God, the food was great. My husband, take off my headphones, charge them. Listen, don't let me cook something amazing. I mean, amazing. I'd be like, oh my God, it's good. Because I can cook, but I prefer healthy options. He like pork chops and mashed potatoes and stuff like that. Baby, when I tell you, he won't say nothing. But then I'll look his whole plate to be clean. That's how I know it was really, really good. Or he might get sick because my husband don't eat a whole lot. So I just want y'all to temper your expectations versus reality. And I wanted to say them in this video. He's just, especially very masculine frame men. If he's plugged into his more feminine side, you'll probably get more of that. Oh my God, honey, so great. But most very masculine frame men, they're not super duper complimentary. And that's why I talk a lot about looking your best, because the better you look, the more you have it going on, the more attention you're going to start getting that. And for very feminine framed women, again, these are things I'm learning, y'all. For you, you need it. Because as feminine women, we do take that time to make sure we're beautiful and smell good and, put on like, there was a reason I put on these little cute earrings today. I wear a certain type of jewelry. Men are going to notice it. I'm not saying you need that outside attention, but your spirit, your beautiful goddess inner spirit does crave it. You may not always get it, but guess what? You are so in love and in tune with your spouse and as you're dating with the person that you're with,
that outside stuff is just outside. Sometimes I tell my husband, he just be laughing. He said, "You ain't going nowhere." I said, "I sure ain't going nowhere." There was a man the other day, Asian man, was like, "Wow, I really like your bracelets." I said, "Well, thank you, I appreciate that," or something. A man the other day was like, "Oh man, your ring is blinding me." So again, expectations versus reality. I want you to really sit down and think about that. What are you expecting from your husband? What is the reality that he's giving? Right? Or the things that you need to look for and live in that truth. But don't let these women on the internet, even I've heard things recently. I need to have a password to his phone. I don't have a password to my husband's phone. And he don't have a password to my phone. That's truth be told. No. But just because that works for someone else, it may or may not work for you. So again, expectations and your reality need to be for your marriage, your business. I've done a real good job minding my business. Okay. All right, got that one done. Next, finance. Y'all know I made this is mine. They call it known, or my acronym I call it, but fit, feminine, friendly, fun, interesting, nice, exciting, energetic, sexy, sassy, spiritual. We're adding that, and trauma free. That's the acronym. Okay, I'm putting it here in the chat. That's the acronym. And thank y'all for hanging out with me today. I want you to be your finest, fit as possible. And again, y'all, headed into 50, I've struggled with I don't struggle with it. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Fit whatever it looks like for you. Okay, what does fit look like for you? Feminine, though, feminine is soft. And y'all know if you are in my Patreon group, the Happy Wife Project, you need that book, the blue book. If you don't have it, you send me a message. Naya, I see you there, sweetheart, and I need to owe you respond, email, anything. I'll make sure you have my number. That book needs to be like a little Bible for you. There's a reason you want to wear cute little earrings and soft, very soft jewelry and a dress like the dress I have on today. Let me see, I'll back up to where I'm at. It's a little flowy. See, it's a little, there's a reason why you want to wear the things you wear, your undergarments, you know, accentuating what's sexy about you. So fit, feminine. Femininity is extremely important. Be a friendly woman, okay? Especially my married women. Don't be that woman. Just you know what? It's funny. I was watching I keep my granddaughter too. If you watch cartoons, the the nice ones on the cartoon always have a smile. A little pleasant. So that's what I like. I've been doing it for years, but I'm very intentional about just keeping a little. And think about the little grumpy ones. They're running around a little grumpy. Be nice. Be friendly. Be a nice woman. Be kind. If a man opens the door for, oh my God, thank you so much. That was so nice. You don't have to be over the top. Just be friendly. You know what friendly feels like, right? Be the light that shines. Right now, it's Christmas. If you're a Christian, we're talking about the light that should shine. We should shine like this all the time. But be friendly. So fit, feminine, friendly. And girl, be a fun girl. Be fun. Like if I go out, I'm gonna have fun. Be like, oh, I'm gonna dance a little bit. And I don't drink. So I don't need like my daughter's an amateur winemaker and she's sending all these wines to people. And then I actually heard her and her fiance what they were talking about me while on the phone. She's like, should I send my mom some wine? He's like, she ain't gonna drink it. And I was like, yes, I am. Yes, I am. I'll drink some. So it was funny, but learn how to have fun without anything around. And if you're like, well, I'm just not a fun person, if you're somewhere, maybe you hear music, flirt with your honey, flirt with your husband. Remember this is you and this is him. Be fun. Give him the girlfriend experience, baby. Okay. Be interesting. Read about things. Even if he's not interested, share those things with him. Like I'm running for office. My husband he don't really care about it, but I know that he's kind of, interested in the things I'm interested in because I am. Find different things. 'Cause my husband used to say, "You are so interesting." I know things. I read things. I watch things. I don't just, watch movies. I'll listen to something on YouTube. I'll read something. I love plays. I love to travel. So be an interesting woman. Be able to have some conversations. So then we talk about being nice. I just say that. A lot of y'all I meet women, but they're just back in the day. Remember, like your grandmas and going to church. They used to be just such nice women. Give you these big old hugs. Hey, honey, how you doing? So I have been very intentional about now when I see women and talk to women, I'll call you love, hey, sweetheart. To just young women, especially, and it just lights up their face. I'm very, very now more intentional about being kind. And the other thing is with that nice part, I'm trying to think, and I'm trying to give you real world examples of just being a friendly, nice, kind woman. Especially when women do things like when I checked into my hotel, it's like, oh, thank you, sweetheart. Just talking low. You don't have to be loud. I did see a show recently. The woman, and again, I'll see these things pop on YouTube. And literally, pun intended, like they popped this balloon. I've never watched the full thing, but I've like seen clips of it. None of the gentlemen liked her because she had a deeper voice, right? And sometimes as women, you have to be very intentional. If you know your voice is a little deeper, just be, even of getting a voice coach, but just your tone, your tonality. Especially when I talk to my husband, sometimes I have to touch him and rub his shoulder. Hi, honey. What'd you say? What you mean by that? This and that. We saw women do these things. Think about the Jeffersons. Think about 227. And it was over exaggerated. We thought they were exaggerating things, but they weren't. That's what feminine women do. Okay, so fit, feminine, friendly, fun, interesting, nice, exciting. Are you an exciting? Are you excited about life? Are you energetic about life? Are you just blah? Just meet you all the time. Your energy level is so low all the time. Okay, all the time your energy low. Your husband walk in the house, just hey, honey. I get up from that computer when I be working, and I give my Mister, I call him Mister in our last name, his water, his little like thing of pecans and pistachios. And I have a little note I write to him, and I go, "Oh my God, how was your day?" And again, is it over the top? It is. It is because I'm the girlfriend experience. Okay, I'm a whole vibe over here. My oldest, and I'm main character energy, and I probably really am because I am a Leo, y'all. But I'm just trying to say, what was it like when you first met him? Okay, 100 First Dates. I love that movie with Drew Barrymore, Adam Sandler. What if you had 100 first dates? What if every single time you had to remind your husband how much he loved you? Would it be different for you? All right. And again, as I'm sharing all of these, there's no guarantee because there's some women, I'm like, you could do all that, he can still cheat. You could do all that, he can still cheat. And honey, baby, you can get you another man. I don't want you thinking you got options while you in it, because I do say that, but I don't want you to partner with the enemy and be like, I'm just going to exit. No, he is going to be whomever he is, but you do your best. You give 100%. You go all in. You. Because I'm gonna tell you, baby, I just listen. No, at this and at a certain age, we kind of keep talking about these men cheating. Men that are kind of cheating and doing that. I mean, shame on a man. He's 60-some years old, running around here trying to be a pimp. I mean, that is so stupid. But again, I can't guarantee you nothing. If he's gonna cheat, he's gonna cheat. All right. If you have questions, let me know because I'm just going through my list. Sexy, sassy, trauma free. So I'm going to bring my sexy in with my sensuality. Ooh, we about to talk about it. Let me see if hopefully my headphones are.
All right. So hopefully the audio is back better. I'm gonna key this in. So I take these little sexy classes, and I encourage every woman to take sexy classes. Okay, I don't do the pole dancing because your girl, I ain't gonna be on nobody's pole. When I talked to my husband about put one in the house, he said, "Are you, girl? When we gonna put a pole?" No. So I was like, "Look, ain't no need for me to practice no pole dancing if I ain't gonna be doing it at home." But I do take these like little sexy, like floor, like being sexy, like dancing classes. Like how do you, put together a little sexy dance class that dance for your husband? And my women dating, oh, if I would have the arsenal I have now, I would be a force to be reckoned with. You hear me? So I want you to find you some sexy dance classes in your city. They're somewhere. You got them somewhere. If you live in a country town, you got to come into the city. And one a month or 3 or 4 times a year, it will totally change because many of you, again, you've lost your sexuality and your sensuality. And I see this with like, especially if a person's been married like 20 years, 30 years. I look at y'all, I'm like, ooh. But I mean, if he like it, I guess that works for you. But for me, I think it's very important to maintain that level of you're sexy. You didn't have the kids, you got the little tiger marks, the little stretch marks, but you walk around, you touch him a certain way. So I took my husband to a sexy lap dance class, and he was like, "What you didn't got me into?" Because I was total surprise. I think all the men except maybe for one was surprised. And he just was like, "You done set me up." You go in a room, it's like red light district, and he looking, seeing the poles upon the thing. It was so much fun because I've been there before doing things, but for him to experience that with me, and the instructor taught us some certain things, and he's just like, mesmerized. And for my women, when you're going to these places around other women, there are only women at the one I go to, you can wear your lingerie. And then you see other things with the women. We're all in there encouraging each other. I've seen big women, skinny women, and some of the big women, honey, y'all be shaking it. I be like, oh my God, wow. So do things like that to bring out your sensual, sexual side. And actually, when I started taking these classes, it was because I was Chicago stepping. And at the time, somebody I knew, I mean, she was just different. I pulled her aside. I said, honey, I said, sis, something is different about you. And she's like, well, I'm going to tell you because she and I were close. And she's like, take these classes. And I already thought I had it going on, but baby, you go take them classes, it's going to transform your life. Okay, because they move different. Now I see why men are so mesmerized with strippers. I really do. I've never been to a strip club, male or female. Not my thing, but I have watched P Valley. Ooh, and all the Queens men. Oh baby, oh yeah. But so it will definitely change your life. Hey Monique, thank you. But it's gonna change your life because when you're in there with the women, and you're gonna see all types of different body shapes and body women, but we are there encouraging each other, like, yeah, girl, go, 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 go. Small classes. And again, because I went in there, I like, they doing all kind of things. I want to keep it G rated over here, but not inappropriate things like, but like say you say, I can't twerk or I can't do this. You can do some things that work for your body. Okay. It's so much fun. So I want you to practice your sensuality, your sexuality, being very like when men talk to you, looking a certain way, doing certain things. I'm telling you, there is a rhyme and reason to all this. And women that get it, you notice it. You notice women that get it. Like when I move, I know when men are looking. I know when they're paying attention. I went to the gym where I'm at yesterday, and the door was open. The man was like, "Did you put this way here?" I said, "No, I didn't put that weight there." I started probably gonna lift that weight up. He kind of laughed, but like you'll learn how to be a little bit, not just from that class, but following other women. You also want to learn how to have like a wit to you. You want to be witty. Watch a lot of 50s and 60s, especially those white women in those movies with black women too, but they were witty. They say things and they're just fun. So as a married woman, you're friendly, you don't flirt. But if you are single, ooh, you need to be flirting your little behind off, okay? All right, last one is trauma free. Sis, you got to get therapy. Some of y'all have had, listen, if you a black woman in America, ADOS, American Descendant of Slavery, you have hardwired trauma in your DNA. And I imagine even if you're, a non-black woman, if you've been abused in your past, domestic violence, sexual violence, mean parents, mean daddy, different type of expectations from your parents, narcissists that you've dealt with, narcissistic personality disorder, crazy ex-husband, crazy baby daddy, crazy baby daddies, crazy siblings. Maybe you've excelled in your life and your siblings didn't excel. Our parents, Tina Turner said her mother hated her. Oh my God. Get therapy because for whatever reason, the closest relationship to you is going to trigger you. The closest relationship to you is going to trigger you. Your husband is going to say something, he is going to do something, especially when you're dating, he don't call you back and you have an anxious personality, or every man in your past has dogged you out, or every man in your past has cheated on you. All of us have had a man cheat on us, okay? All of us. But I also was a cheater. Oh, I know. I did it once. Okay, well, maybe more than once, but like in my past. So like we always look at the men, but y'all know women do too. And most of the time, y'all do it on an emotional level. Okay. So I really want you to get therapy. My therapist and I, it's like talking to my best friend because I've healed so much. I write notes, you know, God, I have a life coach. I use an insurance called Redirect Health. You get a free life coach, you get free therapy included into it. You get your labs, you get your chiropractic care, but you got to get therapy because these men will take you there. And again, masculine frame men, if you're dealing with a veteran, if he had PTSD, if he got an ex-wife, if he got stepchildren, stepchildren. And when I say stepchildren, these are non-biological children. Okay, I deal with this, and I didn't realize, these are my husband's children, but I didn't realize some of the things I'm going through now. I was like, whoa, like, and sometimes, you know, all the time, you need someone to be your voice of reason because some things aren't normal. Some things that you're convinced are normal aren't normal because they're not. But you think they're normal because your husband's convinced you they're normal. Or you're dating and you're like, whoa, wait a minute. And you need somebody to help you process through information. You gotta get therapy. And you need to stay in therapy so that you are at peace, so that you don't say things you don't mean. Because we all, listen, the tongue can no man tame. It's full of unruly evil and deadly poison. That's what the Bible say. Okay. Believe what you want, but there's some poison in that tongue. And I don't want you saying things you don't mean, destroying your relationship, destroying your husband, destroying your marriage. So again, I'm just going down notes, things that I've learned, but you better be the finest you can be. Finest. Yes. All right. Let me go through this. Friendships. It is so important for you to have meaningful friendships. I meet so many women. Oh my God, I'm not friends with women. I'm not friends with women. I'm like, oh. But the other part of this that I've also noticed is there are women that are also, again, not able to manage expectations. When you get older, for me, I can't talk to you every day. I might not talk to you once a week. It might be once a month. And every time, if you might be once in a while, when you call me, we're going to be besties. Hey, girl, hey, what's up? How you doing? This and that. But sometimes I've found with women as I'm getting older, they just want too much. They want more than I can really um, give. I don't want to say give. It's just more than, to me, it's just not appropriate, right? I don't want to spend all my time with you, and especially if you got a lot of trauma still built up because I don't want to trauma bond with you. So friendships need to be meaningful and you need to be direct and let women know, like, hey, I don't want to trauma bond. Like people that know me know I'm not gonna trauma bond with you. Like they get to things like, oh girl, you got a therapist, sis. I don't want to trauma bond with you. I think that we need to talk about unicorns and rainbows. I want to be like, girl, what lipstick is that? Oh, girl, how did you do your makeup? I'm kind of really getting back into makeup and stuff. Girl, where you get your eyebrows done? Oh, who you follow to do your hair? And they might sound like Montina, that's surface level conversations. Well, why are you trying to be super duper beat people? Go pay for a therapist. Get you some therapy, okay? Mine with Redirect Health is 140 or $50 a month. Include your therapist and your life coach, okay? You gotta get help. You should have meaningful relationships and friendships. I have business relationships now that I'm running for office. I have those type of meaningful relationships, other relationships, but sis, g- they need to mean something. But also, you don't have to have a bestie in your 40s and 50s. They could just be your friend. You talk to once in a while. Girl, how you doing? You want to go to Pilates? You want to go to the gym? You want to, but they need to be meaningful. Okay. So I'm just going to leave it there. But, if you have zero friends and your husband's like your everything, good luck with that because you probably going to outlive him and then you ain't going to have no friends. And I see a lot of this because my grandmother's 87. And I think all of her friends, all her girlfriends, I mean, they're in their 90s, 80s, 70s, but they're all widows. But guess what? They have really good friendships with each other. So you're going to need friends at some point. I have, I love talking with my daughter. Like one, we're like super duper close. Other one, she spends more time with her husband. We're not as close, but even with her, I'm like, hey, we're great, great, great friends. I love her, love her, love her. But you might be like that with your siblings, but it's important to have friendships, and she does. She has her core set of friends. All right, next thing, again, I'm just going through the list. If y'all want to hang out with me for the next hour or so, I'm here. I'm in the hotel. So after I'm done, I'm about to actually go to the gym. Grow with Joe, y'all. Grow with Joe. All right. So hair, hobbies, and habits is my next thing I have here. So your hair, y'all got to get rid of the wigs. Let me go put my thing on a charger while y'all soak that one in. Okay. I'm sorry. Now my daughter was like, Mom, I like the glueless wigs. I'm talking to my women over 40. Let me do what Tasha K be doing. Look, look. Do I need to grab my shades out my purse? Where they at? I don't know what to do with my shades, y'all. Look, look. Do I gotta do the Tasha K? What I do with my shades? There they go. There they go. can't. For the ones in the back. My women over 40, y'all listen. There are some very cute, short hairstyles, but men pretty much in our age range, now 20s, I think the men just, they kind of know the young women like the wigs and all that stuff. But the men, our age, 50, 60s, sis, they saw their grandmas wearing wigs just like we did. Y'all have got to get back to your hair care. Blowout Professor, Sindal. If you want to be a curly, natural, there are beautiful ways you can wear your hair. Okay, I am now a straight natural. So I brush and comb my hair every day. Y'all, if you follow me for any amount of time on YouTube, you know my hair was super duper long, cut it. Thank God it's growing back. But look how much thicker and shinier and all that stuff is. I don't put anything on my scalp. So I'm not a hair care professional. I only follow professionals on YouTube now, like licensed professionals, and really just two. Blow Up Professor, he's a white guy. Sindal. You got to take care of your hair. Now, I know some of y'all got the alopecia and stuff going on, but there are some shortcuts you can do. But make sure that you're just upfront about it. You know, if hey, this is what's going on, talk to him. Is this someone you're very interested in? Because I was watching Later Dater, and I'm kind of curious, like, what you look like under that wig. And these men are telling y'all they don't like it. Now, I've never been a wig weave person. I used to wear braids, but I do it myself. But you do you. But I'm telling you, listen, you want what you want, but you got to get the man. Okay, where you a little shortcut, figure out how to do your hair. I had to figure out how to do my hair. I love going to the hairdresser. My hairdresser, hey, Miss Wanda, she retired. She living her best life. Okay, so yeah, I figure it out. I'm gonna leave it at that. Next thing is you have to have. Let's go into our hobbies. Hobbies, sis. Some of my hobbies. Okay, I have a whole list. Hobbies: yoga, Pilates, bars, cycle, Chicago step no more. That's a whole nother video. But it was causing too many problems. I don't do it. But painting, I love visiting my family. I love to read books. We're gonna talk about books. Um, I got Senior Activity Center. I like belly dance, and I follow a lady on here that does belly dance on YouTube. Her little programs are so good. I love my community. So I do a lot of community advocacy work. You might like the youth in your community, nonprofits. I go to city hall meetings. That's what got me active in my community running for office now. I love doing stuff for my business. I love, love, love to travel. Of course, my self care. Oh my God, I got so much self care stuff here for my things I was going to talk about with my hair care. It's on my little self care mask. Love self care. I love taking care of myself, but it's part of my hobbies and things that I like. I got this my little skincare thing. I'm out of town and brought my skincare stuff because I actually did something on my little cheek over here, but love skincare. Anything related like this, I love it. Okay. I put here just church. Like I went to two services today. I love people. I love worship. I love taking notes. I take notes. I love to learn. I have here crocheting is something new I picked up, golfing, my hair, music. So just again, write the things down that you enjoy and prioritize your happiness, your joy, your peace. You prioritize you. A lot of you, okay, dating's difficult because you don't prioritize yourself. You sitting around waiting for him to call and do and this and that, baby. Be busy. Be busy about your biz. What you do today? And I be sending my husband little pictures. Hey, I sent him two this morning going to church. And hey, I sent him a picture from the church. It's Merry Christmas. They got all the stuff. I'll put it in my Patreon and maybe I'll put it on YouTube. Then I sent him another one from another church. I'm just outlive. Now I'm doing this. Live your best life, sis. And then your habits. What habits have you picked up in terms of the things that you enjoy doing? Even habits like take your daily, I got my daughter into this liquid gold science source of life gold liquid vitamins, what type of habits, your water, I learned how now I floss my teeth first, then I do my mouthwash, and then I brush my teeth. Like, what habits have you created? You can get your nails done, your self care, the things that you're doing, you're eating. What are the things that have become habits? I started that sardine challenge a while ago. It made my body feel so good because my hips were hurting me. I eat a little can of sardines every day. I'm a little cracker. I know y'all sardines, but I like them. I actually like them. But what are some of the things that you formed of habits that are healthy for you, that recharge you, that energize you? But again, your hair, your hobbies, and your habits. Next one is skincare. Y'all got to listen, we women over 40, y'all got some disposable income, or at least you should. but your skincare is important. And that's something even for me. My skincare is important. Get you like the little red light therapies. Go to the dermatologist. My daughter gets her little esthetician. She gets a little, go to the dermatologist. Focus on your skincare and your facial things that make you feel good. Things that make you feel good as you're getting older, especially again, married or not. Honey, baby, you want to be gorgeous. I have somebody on my YouTubes. I don't know if she's here talking a lot more about beauty, like, aging. You don't have to be the prettiest, okay? They used to have a saying for Colombian women that there's no ugly woman, she's just a broke woman. Put your little lipstick on, okay? Figure out how to do maybe a little eye makeup. I wear makeup now. I've always worn very light makeup because I like to look just natural. And I forgot my mascara. I don't like lashes, but you do you. But do things that accentuate what's beautiful about you. Okay? What's beautiful about you. All right. Working out in hair. So this is one I wanted to address because I my straight naturals. Oh my god, what do I do about my hair? My hair. Here's the thing. Monday and Wednesday is my like day where my hair is drenched. Okay, I'm going to cycle with Tiffany and I'm cycling with Delisha. I might do Pilates a day. I mean, it's like drenched. Okay, Wednesday's a day I gotta wash my hair. Now, what you see right now, actually, I'm gonna show y'all because I like to keep it real. Okay, all right. So I'm gonna show y'all kind of one of the things that I do, and that is, oh, it's getting cold in this room. Yikes! Oh no, let me turn that air heat up. One of the things that I like to do, so when you work out, you're not gonna be a straight, natural, like bone straight. It's not gonna be like a flat straight. Day one is gonna be amazing. So that's my Wednesday after cycle class. I might do it Wednesday evening or Thursday morning. I'm gonna do my hair. Then after I do my hair, I am going to, and if I come home from the gym that Monday, Wednesday, my hair is wet, okay, I'm going to blow dry it very quickly. It'll take me about less than 5 minutes. Okay, Montana, my God, you're gonna heat damage. No, you're not, because you follow the blowout professor, you follow Sindal, you follow the Trinity. You have your great leave-in, your blowout spray, and your thermal spray. You're not gonna get heat damage. Okay, we have just been, you're not. Okay, we have been really scared to do the things that we were doing for years. I've always had, even my younger years, I used to get a press and curl. Literally, my mom pressed my hair until I was 18 years old. I had hair. So what I do after, so Wednesday, I'll either do my hair at night or Thursday morning. My hair looks amazing Thursday. I know Friday I'm going to go to Pilates or Thursday Pilates. I'm doing light things. You don't really sweat in Pilates, okay? But you can wear two headbands. I put on like a little sweat headband to catch it, and then I might put my hair up in a ponytail, and I might put this little sweatband, okay, at the bottom. So it's in a ponytail. It could be here, it could be up here, okay, but it's back and then it's around. I come back that Thursday, that Friday, but that night, now I'm gonna look like a fuller curly girl. So I'm gonna take and I'm gonna use these little satin rollers I got from the beauty supply store. I'm gonna take my hair. I usually roll it back. Like, let me show you how I do it. And so now at night, oh, my nail got caught. Okay. And I'm going to put these little rollers on my hair. Okay. And they don't need to be perfect. Parts don't need to be perfect. And then I put my little doobie thing here. Okay. Mannequin little thing. And to keep, but don't put it down like that because you'll get the little mark. And to keep my hair in place. Okay. Keep the little rollers in place because these are satin and my hair, they'll come right out. So now you're gonna have take it out in the morning, brush your hair, you're gonna have a curly girl look. So you're gonna have fuller hair. You're not gonna be able to have bone straight, flat iron look hair the entire time. You're gonna have a big body or big hair. It's gonna be one or the other. Okay, it just is what it is. So you're gonna have to figure that out. Wednesday again is my Monday, Wednesday cycle days. Those are hard workout days. The other days I'm not sweating like that. Okay. So your two top cardio days. Well, my teen, I need to lose some weight, I need to do this and that. Well, you don't have to, you can't. So, or go with a short hairstyle. But like I said, like these women, like, oh, it's just gonna catch my hair. Your hair is going to be poofy. So use your blow dryer. Okay, so you can do it. You're welcome. Hey Gia. Hey Gia. So use what's going to work for you. Okay, so that's what works for me with my hair. But don't mind it being, it doesn't need to look perfect either. I think have this sense of perfection. And that's what's worked for me over the years doing my videos. I don't care. I don't want to edit these videos. I'm not going for no perfection. You do what works for you. Do what your husband likes. Do what makes you feel good too. Okay, so I know for me, I'm like, well, this is what it's gonna look like. I put oil on my mids and ends every day. I don't put anything on my scalp. Nothing. The only thing that goes on my scalp is shampoo. Period. Okay, and this has been over a year since I started pulling send off. Nothing. And y'all can see here the shine on my hair now. But the only thing that's going is mids and ends. Makeup, I just put here again things to talk about. I like a light makeup look, but I think that some of you all need to be putting on some makeup. What Tasha K do. Put a little shade in. Give a little shades in. Because some of y'all, not that you're ugly, but you just look too plain Jane. And then I'll meet you like, and I'll be like, oh my God, all the good men, y'all come down to Henry County, Georgia. Oh my God, we got amazing men. We are the highest concentration of veterans, but y'all know they kind of crazy, but that's why you need therapy. They really are a little different, but they're super men. But whew, you're gonna deal with some things. But you're gonna deal with some things with everybody. Choose your heart. But with that said, I'll tell women I'm sitting in the city council meetings, I'm sitting in our commissioner meetings, I'm in the grocery store, the men are everywhere. It's like the sea of men. It's like just throw your fishing pole. Men, men, men. And these are nice, kind men. On Montina, they be married. Most of the time, a married man gonna have on a wedding ring and be honorable. If he's dishonorable, y'all come on. But let me tell you, I'll talk to them and they were like, I didn't notice him. And I'm like, well, he was just talking to me. But guess what? Most of the time, I have on lipstick. I don't wear makeup. I wear makeup to church. I might wear makeup depending on the event. And I'm gonna take some pictures. But I almost always, 99% of the time, if you see me, I got on lipstick. Okay. In lipstick. Yes. Hope says she puts on some makeup because she gets pale in the winter and just a little foundation just to brown her out. Y'all, you are a woman. Okay. Makeup enhances our beauty. Men don't want to look at men, they want to look at pretty women. And I think we've lost that. My grandma at 87, she don't even leave out the house without putting her lipstick on. Even during COVID, we'd be leaving. I said, would you put that doggone mask on? She rather put my lipstick on. I said, ain't nobody gonna see it. Remember your grandmother? If you had like a kind of Diane Carroll, we look back at that day, they wore their makeup, they had their wigs, again, older ones. They had their afros they had on. My grandmother's grandma used to wear stockings in the house every day with a dress on. But the women look good. So I want you, especially if you're single, my married women, you kind of be like, I know my husband like, but he likes to look at a pretty woman too. Now you don't have to sit in the house with lipstick on, but sometimes I do. Even when I go to the gym, it depends. But you could put your little hat on, put your little cute little hat on, put your hair back and put your little lipstick on. But you definitely, those of you like, I don't see them, and they don't see you, they're not checking for you because you just look like you just so worn down and regular. But you see, this is the lip bar, it stay on for days, okay? Literally. And it's black owned and vegan, and I love it. The lip bar. But go out and be cute, cute. I'll be talking about that. Y'all can be cute, cute. Again, I can't guarantee nothing when it comes to a man. He gonna do what he wanna do. If he's a cheater, he was a cheater before he met you. And if he has cheating tendencies, you knew it. And you too. Now, if I'm giving you these tips and you know you're a cheater, because we always talk about the men, but I know how women are too, because I've been there, done it. Not in this marriage at all, but in the past, okay. Um, and again, I can only tell my truth. I own my truth. I'm running for office. Ain't nobody gonna be digging nothing up from my past. Listen, I will tell my own truth. And I'm gonna tell you, if I'm telling you things you're like, girl, I can't be going out my lipstick on and these men, they waiting in the wings, or you can't handle men that are talking to you, don't do it. Don't do it, girl. Don't do it. Okay. But I don't think that's probably the case for many of you. Books and resources. I love to read. I love to stay just up on things, especially as it relates to relationships and business and mindset. One I've had for years, but I really felt like I needed to bring it back out, was How to Improve Your Marriage Without Talking About It. Because, I told you I want to keep all my husband's attention. And I just really felt like with this book, I needed to bring it back out. But I really like it because they talk about she has I think it's husband and wife that wrote this. Yep. Well, it's two people, Patricia Love and Stephen Stosny. And there's things in here like 101 ways to shame a man without trying. Off the top of her head, she came up with well over 50 ways she had done so inadvertently or otherwise in her own relationship. Here are a few. excluding him from important decisions. I told my sister we would vacation with him this year, robbing him of the opportunity to help by over functioning and overdoing. Don't bother, I'll do it. Correcting what he said. It was last Wednesday, not Thursday. Questioning his judgment. Are you going to cook those eggs one at a time? Giving unsolicited advice. If you just make the call, you'll feel better. Ignoring his advice, implying inadequacy, or ignoring his advice. This is women stuff you really don't know about it. Implying inadequacy. I wish you'd been at that workshop with me, not because he would have enjoyed it, but because it would have corrected some of his flaws. Making unrealistic demands of his time and energy. After you rotate the tires, paint the shed, I want you to listen to how my day was. Overreacting, which is a form of criticizing his choices or behavior. I can't believe you voted for him. Ignoring his needs, basically sending the message they're not important. You're not that tired. Anyway, having company will give you energy. Focusing on what I didn't get, not what I did. It would have been better if you just said, I'm sorry to begin with. Withholding praise. Well, it's your job to mow the lawn. Using a harsh tone. I'm so tired of this. And there's just many, many more. And at the here says if you're a woman reading this and thinking, I don't shame you, may be right. But just to make sure, check it out with the men in your life. It's best not to ask directly. Don't say, do I criticize or do I shame you? It's like asking, does my butt look big in that dress? That's what they said in here in the book. No guy in his right mind is going to give you a straight answer. Instead, ask, what are some of the different ways I criticize or shame you? Now, for me, I just go through this list and I check myself. One thing I think that's important for us, again, as married women, especially for my younger women, is you got to be self aware. You have to check yourself. There are so many women out here that are unhappy in their relationships and unhappy in their marriages. Girl, you ain't got to put up with that. Girl, I wouldn't do this. I wouldn't do that. I don't want your husband. I want my husband. I like the husband that I have. I am very grateful for the husband I have. I'm appreciative. Now, does he work my nerves sometimes? Yeah, I work his. I know I'm probably super annoying sometimes too, but I'm gonna tell you, you got to choose your heart. Because some you listen to a woman that's married that's truthful. Like I have real. I'm grateful for the friendships. Like I said, these aren't people I talk to every day, every month. But when we talk, we talk. I stopped Chicago stepping because I just it was some challenges I was going through in terms of it. Chicago stepping is it's intimate, but it's not intimate. Meaning you're dancing with other partners and men. I really love it, but because I'm a very sensual woman, it was posing some problems when my husband was going to the sex with me. And another woman, a wise woman, pulled me to the side. She called me, matter of fact, and she said, "Look, I don't think this is something you should be doing. I just don't think it's long term for your marriage going to work out in your favor. I know you love it. I know you enjoyed it, but you might want to find something else to do." And it was a longer conversation, but that's the condensed version. Every single one of my girlfriends text me when I hadn't shown up for a couple classes, couple sets. Every single person that had my cell phone number, even people that didn't call me, text me. And I said, yeah, it's just something my husband doesn't care for. There was not one person that said, girl, I wouldn't listen. Every single person said actually all of them was like, yeah, I can see that where that could be a problem. And that's okay. I'm here for you if you want to talk, you want to go out, whatever. Every single one of my friends was supportive. And I want that for you. That's why I said we have to support each other. We have to check each other. We have to be able to look at each other and help each other, inspire each other, encourage each other. There are going to be times in your marriage you are going to want to give up. Now, again, I'm not talking about abuse, addictions, or adultery. Now, even with adultery, what was it, Judge Tolliver? She said she would stay. I don't know because I think I kind of don't want to have an adulterer because I kind of feel like, I give it my all. I'm a 100 date person, but who knows? But I don't want you to be abused. I definitely don't want you dealing with addictions, but I want you to be self aware and I want you to check yourself. Get this is a very, very good book to check yourself. It's check before you wreck yourself. But Montina, my marriage is amazing. Well, my marriage has been amazing. I'm still young in marriage, y'all. We ain't even hit the 15, 20, 30, 50 year mark. But I want it to be a lifetime. I want to treat my husband better than I treat anybody else on this planet. I want to treat my children amazing, but I know that there are blind spots. There are things in the shadows that I don't see. There are blind there, and I know there are. I know there are because I can tell sometimes the way my husband acts or reacts to certain things that to me is just like not normal or just certain behaviors. And again, some of the things as you're getting older aren't you. There are these kids, these step kids, these blending families, these ex-wives, these baby mamas, these siblings, these oh my God, the mother-in-law stories I've been hearing lately. Oh my God. Sister-in-laws, just the sister-in-law ain't married, so she think your husband her husband, or the brother-in-law that's single. and he want to hang out with your husband all the time, or the friends that are single want to hang out with your husband all the time, or they send them crazy text messages. I want you to be self-aware. I want you to be all that you can be. Okay, your most beautiful, fabulous, complete, whole, nothing missing, nothing broken, super sexy, sensual self. And if you're in Atlanta, send me a message. I put my email, justmontina@gmail.com, because you're gonna go to this class. Now, I might not go with you because I do my own thing. I won't be looking at you in your lingerie, but I might. Who cares? I didn't bother me. But get in there, honey, and baby, get your sensual, sexual self together. All right. I am wrapping up, y'all. It's been about an hour you spent with me. I am running for office. Can y'all believe it? Montina from McDonough. I have been on the internet since 2009, being my most authentic self. And I know some of you ask me, why aren't you on TikTok? You need to be sharing this on TikTok. I don't want to be famous for this content. And I know it sounds crazy. And yeah, I know it's a lot of money in certain things, but I don't do this for money. I've never done YouTube for money. Okay. I make money from YouTube. Yeah, it's a couple $1,000s a year. It ain't a whole bunch of money. But it's not a whole bunch because I don't invest a lot of time. I've always had my own business. I've always done my own things. But I really don't want to be a Kevin Samuels female version. I spoke with Kevin Samuels. I do want to help you, but I don't want to be famous for this type of content. So that's why some of y'all be like, why aren't you on TikTok? I don't want to be famous. I don't want to be famous for this content because I have a larger purpose in life, meaning, I don't want to be you're trying to run for Congress and people are bringing up videos about me talking about you want a clearance, right? Because I'm telling the truth. I'm saying things that we need to hear. I'm saying things that I wish would have been told to me. I'm saying things that nobody on here is telling you, that if I would not have been fighting for my marriage the way I have because of external influences and outsiders that wanted to take my place, literally, I don't think I would have even made it. But encouraging you also encouraged me because I had to keep my cup on overflow to talk to you. But I want you to know that I am cheering for your success. Hey, smart, classy lady, I am here to support you. But at the end of the day, I want you to get and stay married. I want my women over 40 to understand that there are companions out here that desire you, that will adore you. And like I said, you're going to have challenges, but if you are working on being your finest, the the challenges you have, they aren't enough. They're just not even enough. It's like they're gonna huff and puff and you gonna have a brick house, girl, and you gonna be a brick house. Ooh, you gonna be looking so good. But nothing is going to phase you. I kind of live an unbothered life. Like I'm not phased. And I really want that for you because I meet you in person. I see you in person. I read your emails. I went to Cancun. Y'all don't want to sign up to do stuff. We'll keep it here local next time. But there's only so much truth a person can share on the internet. There's only so much I can say publicly without thinking who's going to screenshot it. Is my husband saw a video somebody sent to him because there be haters out here. Remember, somebody wants to take my place. It might be a woman. It could be who. And see, we always think it's these women want my man. And I'm not trying to say it from even like a man wants your man. It is the other people that were in his life before you want your husband's time, his energy, his attention, and probably his money because they were getting it before you. Okay, you in the way, girl. You blocking their blessing, quote unquote. Where my shades at? These mamas, okay. You getting what mama want. You getting what the sisters want. You, you know what else? You get what the friends want. Because your guy was buying all of the drinks. Your guy was spending all the money. Your guy was the guy because he was the single guy, the bachelor guy. So I just want you to be patient with me. Come over to Patreon. There are things I have shared. I have like 200 plus posts. I've shared all the resources, the books. I share things there. You have access to me. You can call me. But there's some things I have to do in private that I can't do publicly. I'm sharing that I'm running for office because one of the things that have really helped me, again, my husband and I are good, but it's just some other things that came along that pre-marriage, I didn't really meet people and know people and things came out of the woodwork, but I was like, oh, the enemy trying to attack me in certain ways, but I ain't going nowhere. Some of y'all need to take a stance. Choose your heart. I ain't going nowhere. This my husband. This my man. Girl, some of us, we used to act crazy and argue. Be crazy in love. Outside of abuse, addiction, adultery. Be crazy for your spouse. Be excited to see him. Put on your lingerie when you go to bed at night. If you take your shower, be beautiful and amazing and fun and exciting and give him the girlfriend experience. But I'm running for city council because when I moved with my husband to our city, I wanted to make new friends. I was very intentional. I wanted to learn about the community. He I was actually moving to Jacksonville, Florida to buy 25 acres. But when I stopped in McDonough, where I'm at now, I was like, man, I love it here. I know my mayor, I know my commissioners, my council members, the state reps. And that's why I decided to run for office to serve my community, advocate for my community, to bring unity back to the community. I'd asked my mayor for about 3 years for something to do. I even found me something to do. Oh, I could go sit on this board. No, 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 I got something else for you to do. And I'm kind of the type of person, I was like, oh. Then my commissioner, I said, oh, I found something, can I do something? And he got to the point, he was so annoyed with me. Now I got it. Well, I found me something to do. I founded something called Citizens for McDonough. I'm running Montina for McDonough, so y'all can look up. I'm not collecting donations right now, but y'all can get on the list if you want to kind of follow my campaign. But that's why, and it's helped me with my relationship because guess what? I'm growing deep roots. I'm not like a tree where it's out. It's like I'm growing deep roots here in my relationship. And as I'm my finest, I'm interesting. I'm learning more about the community. I'm finding things for my husband to do and serve. So I want that for you as you all, if you decide to marry someone, especially older in life, for a moment, 40, I mean, you older. Okay. I mean, we's older, we's mature. You really got to do a lot more to keep the glue of that relationship together. And I see why people divorce. Remember, even with the Golden Years Bachelor, they're divorcing because they couldn't decide where they wanted to live. Because she has her life, he has his life. You got to figure out how to a way to make it work. Because my kids are all over. They're three different. One's in a whole different country, in Poland. You're going to go to Germany. One's in Texas. One's in Florida. Okay, so as I say that, I'm wrapping up. I want you to have 2025, make it amazing. You can finish 2024 strong too. And I think I covered everything. The rules of, pretty much dating and marriage. It's work. But if you're not willing to work, don't get married. Please, over 40. Don't get married. It's not easy. I don't care nobody. Oh my God. It love. That's why you need therapy. Love is easy. Love is kind and patient and just and all these things. But what if the person you're loving self sabotages? What if the person you're loving with self sabotaging, they don't want to be loved or they get triggered or they're mean or these retired veterans with PTSD, things trigger them. What if these men are getting older? Why you think you see on them erectile dysfunction video? Life for them. Like I mean it does. And they feel like they're losing purpose and they feel like they're losing value. You are there to love them. Find your sister circle, talk about unicorns and rainbows. Don't forget to put on the whole armor of God. Ephesians 6:11. Because you got to be prayed up in this world. There's a lot going on. Okay. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. It's just not going to work. But sis, the joy of the Lord is your strength. Find your sister circle. I'm reading a Bible challenge with some sisters. But like I said, as we go into 2025, be more intentional about that. But it doesn't have to be every day. Once a month, I might reach out to somebody. I have a sis recently keeps reaching out. I said, girl, just call me. If I ain't available, I ain't gonna answer the phone, but just call me. She was like, okay, sis. So that's it. Y'all have any questions for me? I'm done. I told you I was gonna spend about an hour with you, and I did. And I've had so much fun. You can go back if you're listening to the replay. I talked a lot about a lot of different topics, but there are men out here. I'm telling you, sis, they want to love you. I meet them. Okay. Martina will introduce me to them. No, go put you on some lipstick, put you on some cute little earrings, put you on nice little clothes, show your little cute little body, your little booty, your boobies, and your little cute little waist. But Martina, I ain't got all that, girl. You got something. Good Lord. Okay, something. There is something amazing about you. Okay. On my worst day, I still look my best, honey. Because when my hair ain't cooperating, not now, I do it for my face because you're not a round face. I look chunky in my face. It's so funny. I can have a little body but a chunky face. So I wear my hair as a pony on my head, but I wear it asymmetrical to frame my face. Start looking up the videos that help you to know how to do your hairstyles, to know how to dress for your body. See how cute and little sexy that is? Just something that simple. Okay. Put your little rollers in I showed you earlier. Okay. The little things that, put you some cute little bracelets. Get you, this is called permanent jewelry. I got this in Texas. It's everywhere now. Do things that bring out your men want to look at women, feminine women, not other men. Okay. All right. Well, thanks for hanging out with me, y'all. I hope that you have an amazing rest of 2024. I hope that God gives you all of your heart's desire that is aligned with His will and purpose for your life. Because I don't want Him to give you anything that you desire that He doesn't desire for you. Because it'll work out, but it's going to take you around the world a couple of times. So, how about you just get what God wants for you the first time around, right? And that's my special prayer for all of you. With that said, I'm out. Bye, y'all. Thanks for hanging out with me, y'all. Bye. I'm gonna end the live. All right, I think I'm gonna end it from here because that way it'll end and it will. You are so welcome, and I'll go ahead and be able to trim it later. If I end it from here, it's gonna cut off. All right, y'all. Bye.